became based on desktop operating system, and a personal operating system came. And from the Mac, the Microsoft people learned all the lessons, and they came up with the Windows operating system, right? So then Windows operating system became a huge hit, became a huge hit, and then it got deployed worldwide. After that, what happens in 1995, internet came. So a lot of applications. Initially, there were applications which work on a dumb terminal. Then desktop applications came. Then we had web applications. So a lot of information had to be rendered on a HTML page. So now you have to send the instructions to another computer how to render a page, because different systems will have different commands. So they came up with a specification which is readable, called hypertext meta language. So when you are sending it, right, anybody can read it. Now to send it, they came up with a protocol called hypertext transfer protocol. Now this whole idea of being able to click any URL was due to a person called Tim Berners-Lee. He said from anywhere you can just click it and you can open a web page. So that's how the user interface further evolved. But every time when you make something more user friendly, it becomes less secure. Now, because you are sending everything in the plain text, right? To avoid people intercepting it, you come up with a protocol called HTTPS, HTTP secure, right? So those things you are coming up with, right? So this is a web application. Then after a few more years, what happened was the everybody started moving to mobile phones. Then the mobile applications came. So initially, when the mobile phones came, right, it was all the screens of a desktop had to be formatted and rendered on a mobile, right? So it was not that simple, and then things will not, render properly and all that, right? Side by side, when people had these web applications, right, and you have to print a web page, again, it was not very convenient. So they had to work on an interface so that you can print a web page properly. Around the printer also, some working had to be done. Then mobile phones came. So in the mobile phone, again, content has to be put in a different way because you have a small screen face. Then you have to work on the resolution. And then initially, the mobiles had very less memory, and they get heated and all that. You have to be more efficient. Your user interface has to be more, software has to be more efficient. So all this will go in what is called how do you design a user interface. Then it didn't stop there, right? Now there are operating systems which will run on TV, right? Google TV is there, Android runs on TV, right? Here again, you use remotes, you use captions and all that, right? And now gesture-based computing is also there. When you are playing some games, you can do some gestures and something may get replicated. Then there are devices like joysticks and gaming devices. How do you make the computer work with those devices, right? And all sorts of things are there which are happening with user interface design. Using all this, the question is, how is the user experience changes? And that means you have to start from a user, right? See, for example, I was uh, had gone to withdraw some money from a ATM, right? Then I was seeing, uh, two girls trying to reset their green pin. Green pin means when you get a new ATM card, right? The first pin is called green pin. For that, they had to enter their date of birth. Okay. So the computer was asking for date of birth, right? And they had to enter it in DDMMYY format. Okay. Now, this terminology is not familiar with the lay people, lay persons, right? But most of the time, people have no issues because your date of birth, if it is, I mean, it does not have issue for people who are born in November and December. They will write 14 slash and it goes. But now, for people who are born in the first 9 months, typically you write your date of birth as 14/9, 98. So it is not so intuitive for somebody who does not know computers that they should not write 9, they have to write 09, right? So now the people who is designed did not think of a user, right? They did not think of the user experience. They thought this is the way design has to be done, and maybe we'll provide a user manual or user should learn, user should know. And they were getting stuck. They were really struggling because of this simple problem. So things like that, these differentiate between user interface and user experience, because when you are doing a user interface, you are providing an interface and you are giving some specifications how to use it, and you feel the way things are. But two other trends are there. You go back some 10 years or 20 years back, right, or 30, 20 years back, we'll stop there. Every software came with a user manual, right? And every user, when they have a doubt, they will check the user manual and do it. And another thing was the kind of users were generally professionals. At least they were clerks or operators or their workers. They used computers as a part of their job. Whereas coming to 2025, everybody is forced to use the computer as a common user or a customer or as a common citizen. So the expectation of the users, right, is very different compared to what was expected earlier. So the software and everything had to change to cater to this new people. And here there are people who probably are very smart in learning some user interfaces in an intuitive manner. Some people may need help. Some people may end up misusing. So all sorts of issues are there. And when you look at user experience, again, you should make sure that you are protecting the people, you are protecting their privacy, protecting their security. Also, it becomes important, right? So all these things become important. Another thing, what happened when a phone became a device, instead of people using things like email, people started using things like WhatsApp, right? So now even people who are not that literate, they who don't know much English also started using the computers. Now, now what's happening is that many people don't type only. They, are busy. They just record and give their message through audio, the audio inputs people are using. So without knowing how to type or proper English, people are telling now. And a lot of these software, a lot of apps, including WhatsApp, Twitter, and so many messaging apps, are moving to Indian languages, right? And not only that, say you are traveling somewhere where English they don't know, right? You can even communicate by typing something in English, run Google Translate, and the other person, it will show up in their language, and you can show it to a taxi driver or somebody where he doesn't need to know the language. So overall, if you look at the advances in user interface, it has become more and more inclusive, right? See, my mother, old mother, right? When she was staying with us and all, when she has to make a phone call, right? She will be dependent on us, or people will see what she is doing and all that. But once she got a mobile phone, no, or say somebody calls her, then somebody will pick and tell a phone has come, then people will be nosy that who called you and all that. But once a mobile phone came, everybody was empowered that people could call them directly, right? So computer savviness also decreases. Like somebody may be 80-year-old, 85-year-old. Even they should know how to forward a message, how to read a SMS, how to read OTP, right? And how to read WhatsApp, how to do so many other things, right? They all become, yeah, all become important when you design a, what is it, application. So the number of, you have an application earlier, uh, generally only your company people used it. But if the same application becomes available on the web, people from all over will use it, right? And then integral to user experience is also performance, right? When people from all over use, maybe at the same time, 1,000 people will log in. Then if the system hangs, again their experience is bad, right? So all these issues also come into play. Okay, so I will stop here. So I would like, you know, up to what time is your class? Can you tell me up to what time? In your timetable, do you know up to what time your class is? Can you hear me?
In 20, sir.
Okay. So I would like, Surya. Surya are you here? Surya? Can you summarize in 2 minutes what did you learn in today's class? No, whatever. When did you join? What time you joined? Only now you joined. Okay. What about Reena? Reena, can you tell what you learned in today's class? Reena, you're there? Not there. The only who answer will be given attendance. So we'll start with the Chinmay. Chinmay, you have to say present, otherwise attendance will not be given. Then Dania,
Present, sir.
then Joshika, Joshika,
Yes, sir.
Nandita,
Yes, sir.
Praveen,
Yes, sir.
Reena, then Sheila, not responding. Saundarya,
Present, sir.
Sri Narahari,
Yes, sir.
Surya, Triveni,
Present, sir.
Vishwas. Vishwas.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll stop here. Okay. So, you know, do you have an email group for you? I think you have, right? Your batch? Something like 24 SCS or 25. Do you have any email group where I can send you some material? Do you remember? 24 SCS. Hmm? 24 SCS. They don't seem to know. 24 SCS. Okay, I'll send you some material. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, thank you. I was in class, now I have lab. I just joined the same call and it I ended